Hello, good morning traders. Welcome to King FX. Here, I want to teach beginners how to trade. I just want to show them little things on how to trade, things to consider when to trade, especially to grow a $10 account because I have discovered that is the amount that new babies are ready to lose. So what I always advise new babies or beginners, what I always advise them to do is to blow their demo account, to $10 or $20 so they will grow it. At least if they were able to grow a $10 account without confidence, they can grow a $10 account for themselves. And one thing I always advise new babies is, especially my students, what I always advise them whenever they are trading, demo account, they should take the demo account as their real account. If they are losing in demo account, they should feel bad that I'm losing. So I want to use demo account to teach or to analyze this. I also advise new babies that if they want to grow their $10 account, it's very advisable to use Crash and Boom to grow their $10 account. And I advise they should be making use of 1 minute time frame, but they should also learn how to analyze. Price action is very important. One thing about Forex is it always respects each zone. No matter how active, how strong a particular zone is, it will always respect it. Either it will go for a retest or it will break out. That is one thing about trading on zones. In Crash and Boom, the major problem people always have is to know when it will spike. Now let me teach you how to analyze Crash 500. It still work in other pairs. If we decide to analyze this one like this, let's go like this first. Or okay, let's come this way first. As you can see, this particular point was respected. Now let's secure another place. Let's come to the down. As you can see also, it was also respected. If you decide to go, that particular point will always be respected. Let's deal with the zones first. I'm sure you know what a zone is. A zone is where each of them, yeah, okay. Now, this particular place I pointed out is a zone. This place is a zone. This place is a zone. This place is a zone. The full area is a zone. The main reason it's called a zone is what happens there? Either there is always a breakout or a retest Now, as you can see here, there was a breakout. Okay, there was a retest here. Let me start from here. But first of all, it retested here, but later it came to this place and there was a breakout. Then it got to this point, it retested to this point. Then here there was a breakout to this point. There was a breakout to this point. But when it got to that point, it came back here, 1, and also came back here, 2. You understand? So that is why I said make sure all the zones are spotted out. And for you to know a very active zone, it must be tested like 3 to 4 times. It must be tested 3 to 4 times. Now, if you decide to count this down part, you see that it retested there 3 good times. You understand? So if I decide to point out another one here, so that is one thing about crash and boom. Whenever you are trading it, those points, or rather those zones, are always respected. Even if there will be a breakout, it will retest first, then later the breakout will occur. So these little spikes, are money. You can decide, okay, let me go with this particular one. Now let's go with this one. Okay, now let's go with this one. Since it's like this, I don't know if it will spike or not. So what I will do is, as you can see, it's in the zone already and it has retested for the first time already. So it's actually going back for a breakout, or it will retest there. Now let's go to 15 minutes time frame. You see, look at what's happening in 15 minutes time frame. Same zones we spotted out. Are still respected in 15 minutes time frame. So if you decide to go back to 1 hour, you will still discover that that particular zone were respected too. Look at it. As you can see, it was also respected. Now, with 1 hour time, what I'm expecting is a buy up to, this point. I'm expecting a buy up to this point. It might not actually get to that place, but it will respect that zone there. It will respect this particular zone here. So if there will be a spike, either the spike will occur here. So what I'm expecting here is maybe something like this. 1, maybe something like this, 1, or it will break out here, then retest up to this point. I'm not teaching you other blocks for now. I'm just teaching you how to spot out zones. So I've even exceeded the things like spotting out the zones. I only wanted to teach you how to grow your account. So what you do is you will come to higher time frame and check what is happening. At this particular point, there will be a breakout, but not that it will not spike. It will definitely spike. It will definitely spike. Let's go to 1 minute time frame. As you can see, it will definitely respect this zone here at the top, but time will not permit us to check, to wait for it, because I've discovered this video is too long. But it will definitely respect this zone. So what will happen is, when the breakout occur at this point, what I'm expecting is a downfall, then an uptrend. You understand? When the breakout occurs here, okay, let me use this particular place as an example. Like, okay, this is a very good example of what is gonna happen. There will be a breakout here, it will retest, then it will move. Same way it got to this point, it retested, then there was a breakout. So when it gets to that place, it will definitely come back to retest. It will definitely come back to retest this zone. Then before the breakout will occur. That is one thing about trading crash and boom. All zones are always respected. Either the spike will come out small or it will come out huge, but all zones will be respected. So those zones is what you will spot out. You have to mark out those zones. When you mark it out, you go to higher time frame. You know if the higher time frame is going bearish or bullish. Most times I use 4 hours time frame, most times I use 1 hour time frame, depending how I want to trade. If I want to hold my trade, I can decide to maybe use 4 hours time frame, use 1 hour time frame. You get? So this same idea, you can still apply it to other pairs, but today I'm going to basically be concentrating on crash and boom. So with this crash idea, with this strategy, you will really do great in trading spikes. And even if you want to hold your trade, you have to hold your, this is where to buy. If you want to buy, for example, you want to buy crash, make sure you still have to respect the zones. If you want to buy crash, okay, if you want to buy crash, for example, when it retests in this zone, you can decide to buy up to this point. Then you take your trade. Because definitely, don't forget, definitely it must retest. And because you are afraid of the spike, when it gets to this place, either it will spike, but it might not get to this point. So you can decide to hold, but when it gets to this point, you take your trade. So this one can still give you a buy signal, and it can still give you a sell signal if you want to trade on spikes. If you want to trade on spikes, you can decide to wait for it to get to the zone, then make use of the smallest lot size, that is 0.01, then hold one trade. When it spikes, take your profit. If it spikes and it haven't respected the zone, hold that trade till it will come and retest on that particular zone before it will continue the breakout or the retest. So if you want to buy, you can buy between the middle, you can buy from the supply and the demand zone. You can buy at the middle, or that is the support and resistance. You can buy at the middle, that is the zones. But don't ever trade at the support and resistance level. Okay, I'm sure you know what support and resistance is. I will still make a video on how to trade using support and resistance, but for now this is basically for beginners, how to catch spikes. Okay, then if you want to hold your trade, lastly, go to higher time frame, check what is happening there, then place your trade, place your stop loss. Stop loss does not work, stop loss works in crash and boom, but the amount of spike will determine, it will take your loss out, but that loss will still be there, but it will take your trade, it will close your trade for you, but that amount of loss will still be there. Okay, you know, no one knows how spikes works. So if you want to hold your trade, come to a higher time frame, check if it's going uptrend or downtrend, that is the market structure, then you can decide to hold your trade. Then forget about the lower time frame, but we advise you go to the 1 minute time frame, catch your spikes or trade, or you can decide to scalp, place your trade, take it when it's in profit. But with what I'm saying here, those that trades order block, this particular zone haven't been respected, so I'm expecting it to go there before it will come back downtrend. Thanks for watching my video. I'm sure you understand. I will keep my Gmail and my WhatsApp number at the comment section. You can decide to message me to ask any questions and I will still put you through. Okay, thanks, and please don't forget to subscribe. This is King FX. You can decide to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is king214fx and kingfx. You can decide to follow me up and I will still follow back. Thanks for watching the video. So peace out.